This video is about OF creators, helping OF creators, and I don't really look like an OF creator, do I? So why should you listen to me? Why should you take any of my advice? Now, I'm just going to quickly show you before we get into our video. This is our last month. You can see we did over $100,000 with 10 clients. Now 10 clients, it was 8 at the start of the month. With 10 clients, 85,000 from messages, 15,000 from subscriptions, 10,000 from tips, and we've done this for the past 3 or 4 months, over $100,000. So now, I'm not just chatting shit, and I do have experience, over 2 years experience in the industry. I'm going to talk you through 5 of the biggest mistakes OnlyFans creators do make and how to avoid them. So by the end of this video, you'll have learned about all the biggest problems you will run into, all the biggest mistakes you can make that are going to stop you reaching that top 0.1% that everyone wants to be in. So jumping straight into it, mistake number 1 is failing to build relationships with the subscribers on your account. Now, the subscribers on your account, they can be great just to take the subscription price, take the mass PPV price, but where the real money is, where you've seen on that previous slide I showed you $85,000 came from messages. There's a big chunk of the revenue is in the messages, and the way you actually make money in the messages isn't by telling people to buy, isn't by being all salesy and just saying like, this is this much, this is that much, buy my content, buy my content, buy my content. We don't want to do that. Instead, we want to build a relationship, get to know each individual fan. Either you or a VA is going to do this. A VA is going to be much better as you can run 24 hours on the account. But if it's just you and you're just starting out and you don't want any help from a VA, you can't afford one, or you don't want to mess with any management, that's completely fine, and you can dedicate 4 to 8 hours at the busiest time and you'll start seeing sales like this on the screen. Now, this is from DJ, one of our chatters. He's managed to pull out from this one guy here $25, $50, $100, $150. And this is in like 30-minute period, 15-minute period even. So when you do take the time to build the relationship with the bigger spenders, you can see easy sales like this every single day through the whole month. And the key points of managing a relationship like this is building a bunch of rapport, so asking them a bunch of questions about their life, finding out their interests, connecting with them. And when you are chatting, if someone says they have an interest in something, you don't want to tell them, oh, I hate that, I'm not interested in that. Actually, you want to go along with it. You want to say, oh, I am interested in that, and you want to seem like you have loads in common with these subscribers. It's going to build the rapport better, they're going to like you more, and they're going to want to keep the relationship going. So have a sales process in place. I've got a bunch of videos on my page about our sales process. You can just copy that one, it's super good. Make sure there's 24-hour chatting on the account if possible, so you're making money 24 hours of the day. Dynamic pricing. So you can see here, like, we didn't start off with $150. We started off with $25, and before this, I'm sure there was a $15 sale. So we start off small, gauge to the customer. Are they a spender? Are they not a spender? Are they going to object? Start at $15. If they buy that, you can go to 25, then you can go to 50, then you can go to 100, then you can go to 150. But some people, they'll start objecting around the $15, the $25. So just see who you're dealing with, check their history. Did they buy for a certain price in the past? If so, what price? Okay, I'm going to use something close to that. And what this will do is you won't piss them off, you won't ruin the relationship by overcharging them, and you'll be able to keep making repeat sales every single day, every single month, and that's what you ideally want. Now, last point on this, it's just the objection handling. You will get guys being like, oh, what's in the pay-per-view? Oh, it's too expensive, all of this. You need to have a system in place like we do, where you'll run them through the objection handle. Maybe you'll talk to them and be like, oh, is the price too much for you? Oh, you can see this one, then I'll send you one for free. And then they'll just go ahead and open, and you won't ruin the relationship. That's number 1, make sure your chatting is focused on relationships. And mistake number 2 is building a personal brand. A lot of these OF creators I see, they'll just have a very like OF creator-esque Instagram page or Twitter page, and they won't be showing a lot of their personality, they won't be showing their interests. They're just making kind of horny content that's going to get guys involved, get guys over to the OF, and it's very sex orientated. You don't want it to be like this. You want it to be relationship orientated. You want to build a relationship with the subscriber, and that's in the end going to build you one of those big spenders like you've seen before. As you can see, I've put the example Elle Brooke. Instead of just being like this OF creator where she's just posting like bikini pics, she's gone ahead, she's got into influencer boxing, she's actually got a personality behind her, she's fighting. So like guys might be into boxing, they might like watching boxing, they might think, oh, this is cool, I'm going to go talk to her, and then they end up spending a bunch of money. So leading on from mistake number 2, once you do have a personal brand set up, it is better to focus on just your personality, who you are as a person, getting guys interested in you through your actual interests, not through posting a bunch of nude pictures and showing everything for free on your social medias. So if you see most of girls' Twitters, even their Instagrams, they're usually not dressed in many clothes, if any. And the problem with this is the guys are coming into the OF at the start to see more of you. And if they've already seen everything they want to see for free, why would they pay that $3 subscription even to get onto the account? And when they are on the account, after they've paid the $3, they're going to want everything for free, because that's how it's always been. It's always been nude content for free. So with your socials, make sure you don't show too much, keep it non-nude if possible. Show a lot of personality, bring them in, and then for a way higher price, you'll be able to slowly introduce the nude content, and they'll be begging for it. They won't mind paying the high price, and you'll just make way more money overall. The only problem with this method is it is slower, and your socials are probably going to grow slower as a result of not posting the super high dopamine, super engaging content that other girls are posting. So you're trading a little bit of social media growth for a lot more sales in the future. So mistake number 4, it's a big problem with this industry, and it really upsets me, to be honest, because a lot of OF creators, like, they'll get DMs from these guys and they'll be like, oh, we can scale you to $50,000 a month, we can scale you to $100,000 a month, and they don't even know the creator situation, they don't know anything about them, they don't know if that is possible, they're just lying so they can sign you on a contract and take 50% of your money. So if you are looking for an agency, because with an agency you get all your time back ideally, and you'll make way more money with way less effort. That's the whole benefit of an agency. So things to look out for in a substandard agency, it'll be, first thing is their proof, their testimonials. What are they putting on their agency page? What's the owner putting on his main Instagram or their website? Do they have legitimate looking testimonials? Do they have just screenshots, or are they doing case studies where they're actually going onto accounts, clicking through live like we do on our agency page? So if there's testimonials or there's proof, which is just screenshots, and you can't actually verify this is them live, and when you ask them for more results, they don't actually show you. They'll be like, oh, we can't show our creators account all of this, and they won't show you actual results they have got. If this is the case, they probably don't have any clients and they've probably never done OFM correctly before. That's the first way you can shake out any bad actors, any poor agency, any substandard agencies that are just lying to you to try and make a quick profit and try and get into the business. The second thing, if they're saying, oh, you need to spend like 6 hours a day making content, you need to do all this, you need to do that, you're paying them 50% or maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, to do the work for you. So why would you, the model, have to put 6 hours in just to get good results? That should be on the agency. It shouldn't need more than 1-2 hours of your time every single day. And if they are requesting you do work like 6, 7, 12 hours a day, then there's a very high chance they don't know what they're doing with the marketing and they just want you to handle it. And they're only doing the chatting side of things, which you can outsource the chatting side of your business for 20% to a chatting agency that will get just as good results, if not better, as a normal agency, instead of them taking 50% for no reason. So yeah, make sure they're giving you a bunch of your time, but make sure they're actually going to be putting things in place to help you out. Like, we have an editing team, we have loads of stuff to help the creators and give them their time back. Next thing, when you do let someone on your account, make sure their chatting is coming from an English-speaking person. A lot of these agencies, they're using $3 an hour VAs that are in places like the Philippines. If they're doing that, they're going to have substandard chatting, there's going to be English mistakes, and it's going to lose you a lot of money because the guys will know this isn't actually the girl I'm talking to. So make sure the chatting is at a very, very high standard, no English mistakes, proper sales process, all of this good stuff. And the last thing is, do they seem like they actually care about their creators? Are they going to be supporting you? Say you need to take like a week off because something bad happened, make sure that you're not binded to like some horrible contract where if you don't do the work, you lose a bunch of money or any stupid shit like this. Make sure the contract isn't a scam. Make sure you do have lenience, because things happen in life. Sometimes you can't be there on the account. Like, we've had cases with clients that they've taken 6 months off and they've still made over 6 figures in that period of time. And the last mistake is inconsistency, and you already know how important consistency is when you're trying to grow a business, trying to grow a social media page. I've wrote here, inconsistency is the biggest dream killer on the planet, and it's very, very cringy, but it's very, very true. And this mistake's going to cost you tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're not just putting the time and work in to get a consistent amount of content for your OF, for your social media. And if you're doing this yourself, you're making sure you're posting every day. And the best way to do this at the start of the month, you can just bulk create, maybe in 1 or 2 days. You can make all the content you need for the month, schedule it all in your accounts, and then for the rest of the month, it can just be posted on autopilot, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got to make all this content today, blah, blah. Just front load all the work, put like 2 12-hour days in, or just for the week, front load all the work, get it all done for the month, and for the rest of the month, you can relax and just post all your content, and you already know that it's all going to be done, and you don't have to worry about anything anymore. That's the best way we found to keep our creators consistent. We'll just get them to give us a bunch of content, and our ads team will just create content for them for the rest of the month, and then next month they can just upload their clips again, and we'll take care of it all for them, all the posting, everything like that. So once you have a system for your social media content, you're getting it all out of the way within the first week of the month, you can then focus on your chatting side of things. So when you're chatting, like I said before, you do want 24-hour support on the account. So this would mean hiring VAs, teaching them how to chat, getting them on the account 24 hours a day, and training them up to be almost as good as you. So again, for our clients, we'll just put our team on, they've all been trained, and then we have managers watching over all the chats at all times, and for the whole month, you're going to have 24-hour support. They're going to be making great sales on the account, you won't have to do anything as the model, and you can sit back, check the chats if you want a little bit, maybe make some customs, and that would all be taken care of. And if you don't want to trust an agency with your chats, what you can do is just go on to group chats like Chatters Venture on Telegram, hire some chatters in there, make sure their English is good, train them up to be as good as you, and then just run them on the account and get them to make the sales for you. Because if you're not using 24-hour support, you're never going to make the same amount of money as you could. So if you're an OF creator and you're struggling with being consistent, or you're an agency and your creator is struggling with being consistent, I have a bunch of content guides, how to find great editors for your clients, how to find great content ideas. I'm happy to share them with you. Just go on the free Telegram, message me, go on the free Discord, message me, and I'll be happy to share them with you.